Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Ash, and today I'm going to be doing a quick review for Antarctica 88 on the Xbox platforms. Now, this was released onto the Xbox Store on the 10th of December 2021. It's developed by Euphoria Games, and it's published by Epixa Games, and they have kindly given us a copy to do this video. So, Euphoria Games, who made this, have also made the Death Park games. I recently did a review of number 2 on the channel, so you can go and see that on the YouTube channel right now. But this game, I believe, was made before Death Park 2, and it was their second game. So with this one, this is another sort of horror game, and this time you're in the ice of the Antarctica, and you're basically surrounded by loads of sort of like alien and monsters and stuff like that. And it's got a cool little story behind it. So it says the game takes place at the station Antarctica 1. Over the past 6 months, the expedition of your father, Vladimir Efimov, has been engaged in drilling ice and exploring prehistoric minerals found in it. 6 weeks ago, the expedition stopped communication. As part of a 4-man rescue squad, you have to figure out what happened there. Nobody will hear you scream. So yeah, this has got like quite a cool little story with a nice twist towards the end. It's full of action, so it's like in first person. It has driving sections, which I thought was quite nice, where you drive a snow speeder and then sort of like a big jeep thing, like a snowmobile, which was pretty cool. It did sort of split it up quite a lot. Now, there's different puzzles. You get to explore, collect items, and use objects to figure out what the story is and try and get out of Antarctica ice alive. Now, this game does feature multiple endings. There's a good ending, a bad ending, and then just sort of like a generic ending, depending on like if you complete all of the sort of side objectives in the game. And yeah, it was a fun little game, good to put a couple of hours into. Now, it is an original plot with multiple endings, is some of the features. It features several monsters and weapons. So the monsters, they start off as like little sort of face-huggy sort of scorpion-looking things crawling around. Then you get these sort of big sort of like alien-looking monsters. And then you get some that look a lot like the Demogorgons from Stranger Things. Now, it's got different weapons. So there's an axe, a pistol, a shotgun, and a flamethrower. And the flamethrower is great fun to mess around with. And you find ammo for all of these out and about in all of the rooms, etc., as you're sort of exploring. Now, it says it's got hardcore puzzles, a nightmarish atmosphere, and an original soundtrack. Now, as you can see in this video, I played this and it was in the day, so it was all bright. Now, I believe if you whatever time of day you play this at depends on what the sort of the lighting is in the actual game. So if you play this in the evening, it's actually dark, which I thought was pretty cool, because I've seen some videos online and they're playing at night time, and I was like, well, I'm not, it's in bright day here, so play it at night and it's a bit more creepy basically. Now, all in all, it's not too bad. I preferred this over Death Park 2, mainly because it's not as hard. Now, it is hard in the amount of enemies there is, but you have a lot more ammo. You've not just got that creepy clown that captures you and sort of insta-kills you. You actually are able to kill things. But for those who are just going for like the achievements, there is a ghost mode, which I thought was fantastic, and I think more games should add, where it basically means you can just enjoy the story and the atmosphere and stuff like that and explore without being like hassled. There's still enemies and there's still like the boss fights you have to deal with, but I say boss fights, I can't explain it without going into spoiling details, but there are a couple of fights in the game you do have to interact with, even in ghost mode. But it does mean you can sort of make sure you get all of the items and explore and find all the secrets to get the good ending without worrying about being killed and having to sort of retread all the time. Now, the game itself will take you probably about an hour or two on your first playthrough, but you could literally speed through it with a sort of guide, or once you've played it once, within a sort of like 35-45 minutes. Now, there's multiple levels. There's obviously, the one thing I did like about this, you can go back and forth between the levels. So you start off in this little base, you then end up in some caves. You can then sort of You've got the snow speeder that you can see me trying to repair here. You can drive around with that to different areas, and vice versa, and you can come back and go forward and backwards at any point, really, which I thought was really cool. And you do have to sort of retread your ways to get some of the achievements as well, like to do the certain side quests. Now, there are some issues with the game. It's subtitled for the text, but I believe that's because it's in Russian, I assume, and that I assume that's a design choice because that's where it's set. But there's no sort of English speaking; it's all foreign with English subtitles, and there's not the best conversion yet. Now, this could be patched out soon, but when I played it, you can see it on screen right now. It says press space to skip and stuff, press F to use items and use things, but you're not, because you're on an Xbox and you're on a pad and you don't have a space button. So it could have done with a little bit more TLC and just a day or two just making sure all the text was correct for the console that you're on, basically. But that's the main issues. The combat's fine, the movement's fine, and like I say, I prefer this to Death Park, in my opinion. I think it's got a better sort of plot and a better sort of gameplay as well. Now, this is available for $5.99 on the Xbox Store, so it's a cheap price and it's decent enough for achievements. Like I say, it's not a hard 1000 gamer score. It's playable on Xbox One and Xbox Series X and S. It does have Xbox One X enhancements, so you get like the HDR10 60 FPS and 4K resolution. So yeah, give it a try. Like I say, if you like Death Park and those sort of games, this is a sort of, I think this it plays better than Death Park, but it's in that similar vein, similar level layout. It's even got similar menus, so like they've just sort of retextured some of the menus, but I didn't mind that at all. I thought it worked well, and they're obviously a small indie studio, so I don't blame them for doing that. But like I say, not bad at all, just has a few conversion issues, obviously, where they haven't fully converted it for Xbox as well as they could have done. Like I say, if you've liked this video, please hit like and subscribe. Please check out the channel for our other review of Death Park 2 and all the other games we cover. And we'll see you soon for more videos, guys. Bye for now.